As number 1 Virginia Tech comes to the Days, for the Hokies, this will be their second Sweet 16 appearance. They have earned their program record 29th win, and they will take on the winner of tomorrow's game between 4th-seeded Tennessee and 12th seed Toledo for the right to play in the Seattle Region 3 semifinals next Saturday. Joined by head coach Kenny Brooks, Georgia Amore, and Elizabeth Kidley, who produced her 3rd straight double-double tonight. Amore with a game-high 21 points. We'll open it up to Coach Brooks for an opening statement when he's ready.
So proud of these kids, so proud of this program. Just doing radio, and full circle moment when the very first game that I ever coached as a head coach on the women's side, it was in this building, and I was at James Madison, and we played against Bonnie Henriksen's team, and we lost in overtime. And I remember after the game, Coach Beamer, who I didn't know at the time, obviously he's a legend, he told me, he said, "Good game, young fella." And that meant the world to me just because he spoke to me. And then full circle moment, Coach Beamer's out there telling me what a great program we have right now and how much he enjoys watching and how proud of these kids that he is. And to be able to get this group, this program to this level is very, very special, and he couldn't do it without these young ladies. But great game. I thought we played really well. South Dakota State, tremendous ball club, very well coached, disciplined. They're tough, and we knew we were going to have our hands full. But the kids came out, got off to a great start. Didn't finish the way we wanted to, but it's very gratifying to be able to get to this point.
Okay. Questions for the student athletes? We'll start with Mark.
Congratulations for each of you. What does it mean to have helped this program get to the Sweet 16 for the first time since 1999?
We'll start with Georgia.
Yeah, it means the absolute world. Obviously, when we started this year, Sweet 16 was the goal amongst ACC Championship, and I think it's just great that we've accomplished all of that, but it's the tournament, the job really isn't done, so I'm really excited to get to Seattle and still play some games and keep moving.
How about Elizabeth?
Oh yeah, same. That's just what we had been saying was one of our big goals this year. And so for us to have done it for the program and just for my teammates and coaches, it just means everything. But yeah, we definitely feel like we can go farther, so we're looking forward to it.
Of these two gentlemen in the second row here.
Ishan Lamba, 3304 Sports. So you guys doubled their three-point shot attempts. Georgia, you alone had 19 three-point attempts. Was that a clear strategy from the outset, or were you just feeling it in the moment?
No. To be honest, it was a different defense than I've played against this year. They didn't really go over screens or have a hand up, so I was just taking them. And to be honest, I like taking the three more than a layup, so.
Yeah, to follow up on that, second most threes attempted in program history, behind Aisha Shepard with 20 a couple years ago. But Georgia, a few were off the mark there in that third quarter, but you nailed two clutch ones to really put the game away. Just what about your confidence, even after missing a few, led to, result?
Yeah, I was getting frustrated, but then I walked over to Coach Brooks and he just said, "I need you to give me those eyes. I need you to be locked in." And I knew I had taken a lot. I didn't know it was that many, but that just went out my mind because we needed baskets.
Mark again.
When you look back at the offense that you guys were clicking in the first half there, what enabled you to be so effective in the first half? Obviously, the threes were going in the first quarter, and then Liz, you got going there in the second quarter.
We'll start with Elizabeth.
I think we were just shooting really well. I think we were moving the ball really well. Weren't settling. We were just taking really good shots. And I think we're also taking advantage of offensive rebounds. That's what it felt like, at least.
Yeah, I think we just played with offensive aggression in the beginning and getting downhill and kickouts. Yeah.
David here.
David Cunningham, Tech Sideline for either of you guys. What did they defend you any differently in the second half? What made it tough to score at times, and what did you like about the way you guys kind of continued to find a way to get stuff done on the defensive end to not let them kind of dig into that margin you guys had?
I don't think they changed anything strategically. I think they just played more aggressive than they were the first half. And I think at the beginning of the second half, we took a step back in aggression, and that's what allowed them to do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll come over here and then back to Mark.
Liz, you get yet another double-double. Is that something that you're conscious of when you're on the court, or like is it just you just keep playing and you just hope that you play well? Or
I'm definitely conscious of if I need to rebound more or not. And luckily, I also have coaches to tell me that I need to rebound, so keep me in check.
Okay. We'll go Mark and then these two.
Yeah, they shot only 37% from the field tonight. What did you like about how you defended them?
I think that we did a good job of knowing that they were going to be physical coming into the game, so we talked about how we had to be physical also, and kind of set the tone from the start and not let them just do whatever they want. So I think we were just ready, and I think we had a lot more intensity than we did on Friday. We came out just, really intense, I guess, yeah.
Back row.
You guys obviously had to kind of grind out that victory. You were able to keep it at double digits. How important do you think it is for you guys to have to grind out a win like this, especially with the challenges that lay ahead?
I think we could definitely make it easier on ourselves by not succumbing to other people's aggression. I think, I think Chattanooga even went on a run like that in the beginning of the second half, and we just can't allow that to happen. But we learned from it, and I'm glad that we did the Chattanooga game, and this game we'll have to take away from it too.
Will.
Liz, you came into this game tied for the record in most block shots for a career, and then you broke it in the second quarter with a couple back-to-back in like a 6-second span. You're now the all-time leader in block shots in this program's history. How does that sound?
And points and almost
And points.
That's cool, yeah. I had no idea until somebody mentioned it the other day, so yeah, it's nice, I guess.
Okay. Mark again.
George, about 15, 12 seconds to go in the game. You kind of raised your hands to kind of get the crowd, ask the crowd to go even louder. And as you guys are dribbling out the clock, I just kind of wondered what was going through your minds there in those last 15, 12 seconds.
Just a big thank you to everyone in the program. Like, that crowd was ridiculous. And I've said it once and I'll say it again, the stadium was shaking, and it's really intimidating, and it was just electrifying. And it's big for us getting to the Sweet 16, but it's big for everyone and all of them because, sold out, the student section crashing in 5 minutes, all of that is just like the support that we love, and we really do appreciate it.
Front row.
Giovanni Heater, Tech sideline. For both of you guys, they seemed really, really physical defensively, and it just seemed like you guys kept getting beat up a little bit inside, especially you, Liz. You continued to fight through it. What's going through your head when maybe some calls aren't going your way, but it's just a really, really physical game, and you got to keep battling down the stretch?
Start with Liz.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it is what it is. We just knew that we had to bring that back and not expect any calls and just play through it, but also playing smarter too, and strategizing how to still get what we wanted out of that physicality.
Additional questions for the student athletes? Thanks for your time. You can head on back. Congratulations on advancing to the regional semifinals. The Virginia Tech locker room will be open until 8 p.m. for player interviews. On to Coach Brooks. Questions we'll start with David over here.
Kenny, I want to expand a little bit more on what you said at the beginning. As somebody who has grown up in the state of Virginia, to knowing all you've been through with this program, with all the players, how gratifying is it to get to this step? Obviously, there's more ahead, but to do it in Castle Coliseum and to do it with Asia Shepherd and Frank Beamer and so many important people in attendance, what does all this mean to you?
It means a lot to be a part of it because Hokie Nation is very special. There's been wonderful people that have come through here in all different sports, and to be able to contribute to it means a lot because the fan base is second to none. They're very loyal, and they love to get behind you, and they love winners. And so when we can go out and obviously success, Mike won the ACC last year. Our softball team is phenomenal. Our baseball team is great. We have so many wonderful programs, swim and dive. Soccers are good. So when we can come out and we can do our part, it's very gratifying, because this fan base is loyal, And to be able to give back to them as how they've stuck with us and been very patient with us, it's special. It really is. And so I'm just very happy our kids are able to experience this. We've mentioned it before. The crowd was unbelievable. They really got us over the hump. And so it's a really special moment.
Let's go Mark in the second row.
Kenny, for you guys to make the Sweet 16 for the first time since '99, what is it about this year's team that you're able to finally accomplish that milestone?
We're good, and that's not being overzealous. We're good. You know, Elizabeth is an All-American. Georgia's an All-American. Taylor Soule, you know, got us over the hump. You know, with her play, her unselfishness. Kiana Traylor, what she sacrificed to be a part of this program. Kayla King, you know, has been a staple in what we've been doing. Deja Gregg, you know, we're a good basketball team, and we were starting to put it together. A lot of unselfishness. So I love the way that they're connected. We lost to Duke on, I think it was January the 26th, and we didn't panic. We knew how good we could be, and from that point on, they've had a different look in their eye to continue to be able to get to this point right now.
Second row.
Hi, Coach. So towards the end of the third quarter, start of the fourth quarter, there were a lot of foul calls in quick succession, and it sort of helped turn the momentum in favor of the Jackrabbits. What did you guys need to do to sort of turn the momentum back in your favor?
Well, we needed to be more alert. We reference it by saying play early defense. And I thought we were back on our heels, and they were coming at us, and we were reacting, and it was a little bit too late. We gave them some and ones. We almost were playing not to lose instead of playing to win. And so, you know, you give them credit. We knew they were going to continue to come after us, and they did a really good job in doing that. But that was a difference. You know, I just felt like a couple times, uncharacteristically, we got beat in transition. They got easy layups. And to be honest with you, I'll be extremely honest with you. We were tired. We were fatigued. You know, and I was contemplating when to use some timeout so that they could rest. We didn't play very many people. Played 7 people tonight, and they got a little bit tired. And I think that was the reason.
To Will. Oops.
Kenny, how important was Kiana Traylor tonight, especially in that first half with 11, best plus minus among your players tonight? How important was she in getting this job done?
She was huge. Yeah, we had a situation early this week, and we didn't get a lot of practice time together. She had a scare. I think she hyperextended her knee. You know, we were scared. We were scared, and fortunate for us, you know, she was okay and able to come back. And you know, during that time, I had a little bit of time to reflect, and I didn't want that to be it for her. And you know, she's phenomenal kid, and what she has sacrificed, people don't understand. I mean, that kid, when Georgia gets a lot of the attention and Liz gets a lot of the attention, Kiana is as good as any of them. And what she's willing to sacrifice to just come here and win, she'll forever be one of my favorite kids I've ever coached. And she was really big. You know, right before the game, I said, look, I want to look out there, and I want you to have a smile on your face the whole game because you're playing loose and free. And she came out and she gave us a big spark in the first half, helped us a lot in the second half, did a great job defensively, and very proud of her, very happy for her.
Will, then David, then Mark.
End of the second quarter seemed like every shot was falling, and really just the first half overall. But third quarter starting off 1 for 7. What changed defensively about them, and how did you guys have to adjust over the course?
I don't know what he will say, what they did. I thought that we didn't have that little pop. We came out a little bit flat in the second half. The first half, we were moving the basketball side to side, getting the opportunities, stepping up, shooting them with confidence. And then the second half, I thought we started off a little bit flat. And, you know, you're up 23, and I don't know why we were flat, but I think that was a lot to do with it. But and you give them credit. They were a little bit more physical. They had very little to lose at that point, and we knew they were going to come out and be aggressive, and they were, and they beat us to some of the 50-50 balls.
Okay. David. Let's try to.
Kenny, there were a bunch of different moments there in the third quarter where you needed a bucket and you needed somebody to attack the rim, and Taylor Soule was that player. She's done it so much for you this season, and she was really, really good on the defensive end. For this to be her first ever NCAA tournament, how special do you think this is for her, and what did you like so much about what she did tonight?
Yeah, it's why she came here. It's storybook for her because she sacrificed a lot. She was Boston College's leading scorer. And when we recruited her, she said, look, I just want to be a part of a winning program, and I want to go I want to win an ACC championship, and I want to go far in the tournament. And, you know, it's well documented. She and I had a really long, stern conversation in January. And from that point, she's been locked in. And she's a terrific addition to us. Doesn't really need the basketball in her hand to be effective. They were playing off of her, and they were double teaming Liz. And she got free. And made them pay for it. But she did so many things for us, not just offensively. She, like you mentioned before, she did a great job making Maya work for everything. And that's what we really wanted her to do.
I won't call you young fellow. What did you like about your defense and how you guarded today?
We understood the assignment. We wanted to make it tough for them. They're very disciplined, and they're very efficient. So we knew that they knew where they wanted to get the basketball. And so we wanted to try to make it tough for them. Make it tough, put them in situations where they were going to have to make tough shots. And we knew they were going to make some of them. We did a really good job, but we also really defended the three-point line exceptionally well. They shoot the three as well as we do. Their numbers are almost identical. And we wanted to make sure that every time they were shooting it, we were somewhere around them to mess with them a little bit. And we did that. I think they were 2 for 15 from the three. And I think that was a big difference.
And then what was kind of going through your mind in those closing seconds of the game?
It was a sigh of relief. I'm like, finally, it's over. It was a great moment because, you know, as it was winding down with 15 seconds ago or so, you were able. For the first time, I was able to look into the crowd. I didn't really look into the crowd. I knew Dr. Sands was behind me. I knew my family was right behind me, but other than that, I didn't really look into the crowd. 15 seconds ago, a lot of emotions came through to be able to get to this point. I knew it was going to be a program record, 29 wins. But more importantly, it was just to get these kids to this opportunity to go to the Sweet 16. We watched other teams do it before, and these kids are competitors. Liz doesn't care about her stats. She just wants to win. And I texted her the other night, and last night, as a matter of fact, and I apologized for not getting her more involved at the Chattanooga game, but I didn't want to run some of the plays we were going to run tonight. And she says, Coach, I don't care. I just want to win. It doesn't matter if I score at all. I just want to win. And when your leading scorer, your All-American, says that, you know, you got a pretty good special group. So I'm just happy to get them to this point, and they were going to be able to enjoy Sweet 16.
Ian's got the last question.
Hi, Coach. Ian Sachs, Keloland Sports. Was that the plan to come out shooting on fire like that? And Georgia coming down the stretch, especially, it seemed like she had.
Well, I mean, all of them have the green light. They know each other so well that they all have the green light, and none of them are hesitant. We don't tell them not to shoot the basketball. I thought Friday's game was really good to get under our belt because I thought we were a little bit nervous. They never played in front of a crowd that big. We hadn't played in a while. And then to get that game, try to get some rhythm was really good. Kids came in this weekend, got some extra shots during the practice period, and they looked good. Today they looked really good. I went home after shoot around, and my wife said, "Well, how'd they look?" And I said, "They look pretty damn good." And but they just looked confident and ready to go. And they came out and they just played. And the beauty about this group is they don't have to have Liz to score all the time. You know, we'll get the ball to Liz, but Kayla King knows if she's open, let it fly. Kayana Traylor, she knows she's open, let it go. And because they know if they move the basketball, that eventually it'll come back to them. And they're so unselfish, and that's exactly the way I know we're capable of playing the way they started off and playing tonight.
Coach Brooks, thank you for your time all weekend long. A reminder, the Virginia Tech locker room is open until 8 o'clock tonight. And as always, you can download this press conference and all of our press conferences from this regional at ncaa.veritone.com.